Greetings friends, it's Amanda here from Mystical Dragon, and this time I'm bringing you a little video connected to our positive shift in circumstances spell. This spell is connected to our July full moon spell box, but you can of course do this spell without having purchased our spell box. Thank you to all those who have purchased our spell box, because you do help to support Mystical Dragon by doing so. And we really hope that you get some wonderful, blessed results from your purchase. So if you have purchased the spell box, you will have received one of our censors. There was 2 different designs in these. They're beautiful. A charcoal disc and 4 herbs. So the herbs that we need for our spell today is our pine, our sandalwood, our willow, and our golden copal resin. Now we'll also need a bowl. You might like to have a spoon to be able to spoon your herbs in. It can be good to have scissors, especially when working with the pine as well. And I like to have a candle burning to be able to light my charcoal disc from that particular candle. Now just briefly coming back to our spell focus, it's good to have in mind, like, think about what your focus is. What would it mean to you to have a positive shift in circumstances? Is it in a particular area of your life, or are you asking just universe to take care of this as being perhaps, you know, a necessary positive shift in your life wherever universe chooses is the right place to bring it? So just thinking about that. Of course, you know, we want this to be for our highest good. Because that way we'll always get the best results, even if at first we don't recognize it as the best new opportunity. It will always be that way. So of course we assemble all of our ingredients, and we want to get our charcoal disc burning. Part of the reason I'm choosing to do that first is it can take a little bit for our charcoal disc to really get going. So hopefully you can see it sparking there from having it next to the candle. Although I think it may have just stopped. So let's, if you find it does stop sparking, then it won't have lit properly. You might prefer to use tongs when handling your charcoal disc. There it goes. You want that sparking to carry on all the way through your charcoal disc so that it gets burnt up completely before we add anything to it. So while that's lighting all the way up, we're going to put some of our herbs all together in a bowl and be able to mix that with our fingers with our intent. Okay, so we're just going to put, it's up to you how much of each of your herbs you would like to put in. You can choose to put a couple of spoonfuls of each. You will need a little bit because your charcoal disc will stay lit for around 45 minutes to an hour, and so you want to be able to keep topping up the herbs on top of your charcoal disc once it is made. So I don't have any specific, this is how much exactly you need. I tend to go a little bit intuitively and by eye to create so much. When it comes to the pine, I actually like to cut the pine with scissors so that you get nice little stalks. You could rip it if you wanted to, or break it up with your hands. But that is essentially what we're doing with our herbs. And then of course breaking up the leaves a bit more so that we get some smaller aspects. So that'll make it easier to burn on the charcoal disc. Giving it all a nice mix. Now if you chose, you could also put the mortar, in a mortar and pestle. You could combine this if you wanted. Especially some people choose, they like to crush down the resin. But it's really not necessarily necessary unless your resin is really big. So while you're running your fingers through your herbs, this is the time that you really want to be thinking about the focus you have for your spell. So thinking about, you know, this change in circumstances. You don't have to get super specific about what this change of circumstances is. I find this spell is best to leave up to universe on that level. But what would it feel like if there was a change of circumstances? How could it change your life? You know, thinking about those sorts of things, maybe visualizing yourself feeling freer if that's an aspect that you would like from a change of circumstances, feeling lighter, happier, all those sorts of things. Just putting that energy into your mix. And take a good few minutes to do that. Then you can see our charcoal disc is properly lit up now. It's starting to go a bit white around the outer edges. So then when you are ready, we can put a good amount on our charcoal. And we're going to say, "O glorious Lady of the night, I call now upon your magic and grace. Assist my hopes and wishes to take flight and come tumbling into my life at hurried pace. O magnificent Lord of might, honour and strength I ask of you. Give me courage to shine my own inner light and to know the path for me that is true. Divine Lord and Lady, grant that my days are filled with energy and health. Create now a positive shift in circumstance, which overflows with your abundance and wealth, with harm to none. Blessed be." And as you can see, we've got some nice smoke coming up. So this is what you want to move that smoke over yourself, over your face, over your head, around your body. Just kind of connecting with that smoke, that energy, because you have created a blessed incense, and that's what we're working with here, is this beautiful blessed incense that we're charging up. And this is the way we're releasing our request to God, Goddess, universe, is through this incense, by releasing it. So then I would just simply recommend, this is a very simple spell but very effective spell. I would recommend, once you've got to this point, you've said your invocation, you've taken a few minutes to connect with your incense, then do something nearby your censer where you can top it up every so often. Obviously keep an eye on it because it can be a fire danger. You don't want anything to go on that level. So you might do some meditation, some moon gazing, some journal writing, divination, anything else that feels appropriate while this is burning away. And just every so often, just sprinkling some more of your herb over the top so that it can continue to burn and release your request to the universe. I truly hope that you find this spell helpful. Do remember, even the simplest of spells, which are usually my favorite spells, can be really powerful and really potent. So, you know, this is a beautiful spell. It has a beautiful scent. And it won't take you too long to be able to do, but you can put a lot of power and energy into it and get some really beautiful results. Just remember, after you have made your request, so in the days and weeks following the full moon, keep an eye out for any new opportunities that come in and be prepared to take action and do something with any of those particular opportunities that come in. Sending you all out lots and lots of full moon blessings. I hope you have amazing results with this spell and just a beautiful time to connect at this full moon. So sending out lots of blessings and love, and we'll see you soon, guys.